Hey everybody, we're back. And today, we're making a classic that everybody loves, Italian wedding soup. Now let me say this, when I was a kid, this was not called Italian wedding soup. My great-grandmother never said Italian wedding soup, and she only spoke Italian, so never was said. This was known as escarole soup. Actually, it wasn't even known as escarole soup. It was known as Scarola soup. Every Italian I know, young and old, calls it Scarola. So from now on, that green stuff, we're just gonna call it Scarola. I love that word, Scarola. It's one of those great words. I remember, kid, Johnny, where you going? My grandma made Scarola soup. You always added that twang to it at the end. Scarola. You know, it had that little ending. I love that. But when I was a kid, everything was Scarola soup. If it had little meatballs, you hit the jackpot. The jackpot of Scarola soup is when you had little meatballs. Sometimes it had beans. Sometimes it had string beans. Sometimes it just had ditalini macaronis. You only got Scarola and macaroni. That was it. Whatever she had, you were getting. Somewhere along the lines, it turned into Italian wedding soup. So today, that's what we're gonna make. I'm gonna get everything ready behind me, and I'm gonna give you all the ingredients you need to make a fabulous Scarola soup. Okay guys, we're talking ingredients. Now, I have salt and pepper. They're to taste. They're not gonna go in until the very end. But I have 8 tablespoons of grated pecorino romano and parmesan cheese. I have 5 cloves of garlic that are grated on my famous garlic grating dish. I got 2 eggs. I got 1 finely chopped onion. Now I have 12 cups of chicken broth back there in that pan. But I'm also using 2 of those because my littlest daughter has celiac disease. So when I make hers, I have to make hers gluten-free. So I'll start off with those 12 in this pan, but I will transfer a couple to that smaller pan because I'm gonna be making a gluten-free for my daughter. Okay, we also have our cleaned, cut, rinsed and dried Scarola, and then we have our macaroni. This is arancini di pepe. Basically in Italian, berries of pepper. The reason why they call it berries of pepper, of course, because once it's done, it's basically the same size as a peppercorn. Now, you don't need to use these. You can use orzo, you can use ditalini, you can use alphabets if you want. It doesn't matter, whatever you use, it's up to you. I particularly like these, and normally when I see the classic Italian wedding soup, it's got these. So, and of course, the last thing, the most important thing, the star of the Italian wedding soup is the meatballs. Now, guys, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is like reality cooking, all right? I always try to give it to you straight, and I'm gonna give it to you straight. Those are a pain in the okay? Those took me an hour to roll. It's not easy, believe me. This is where the time-consuming and, you know, the behind the scenes, I couldn't show you how to roll those. We'd be here all day, okay? And I'm not even gonna show you the recipe for those because those are my recipe from episode 4. Go back to episode 4, there's an ingredients list. Watch it real quick. You'll see how to make these. The only difference is they're tiny. I only used 1 pound of the tri-mix. I got 156 meatballs for ours, and I got about 25 for my daughters. I think that's more than enough for what you're gonna do for your family or for a Sunday afternoon, okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get started right here. I'm gonna take this large, finely chopped onion, I'm gonna throw that in. I am gonna take this mush of garlic. Nothing like this, guys. Get yourself one of these dishes. Alright, gonna get all that right in there. Beautiful. Alright, and I'm gonna hit that with a little olive oil. And we're gonna get this going. Alright, I'm gonna get this going. I'm gonna give it about 10 minutes and we'll be back. Okay guys, as you can see, we've been rolling about 10-12 minutes. It's mushy, that's the way you want it. Of course, when you look in there, you notice there's no garlic. You don't see garlic, just onions. Because that mush, that stuff solidified right into the oil. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot of oil in there. You don't want to put too much oil in there because you certainly don't want your soup to be oily. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm now going to take this 12 cups of chicken broth and pour this right in. Alright. Oh. Alright, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the cover for this, and we're gonna bring this to a boil, and we'll be back. Ooh. Okay guys, we're rolling. Alright, and the first thing I'm gonna do, like I told you, I am gonna take 2 cups. Okay, now, for those of you that are interested on the gluten-free side, the only thing that really makes it gluten-free is the meatballs. Okay, when you're making your meatballs, you can't put the breadcrumbs in. You don't put the wet bread. You don't put the breadcrumbs. I actually use gluten-free breadcrumbs. I found seasoned gluten-free breadcrumbs, and I mix those in to her meatballs so that they get a little softer. That's really the only issue with gluten. And of course, just watch your grated cheese. If you don't buy 100% grated cheese, sometimes I found you look back at those ingredients, they have gluten. It says wheat added. Why? I have no idea, but you'd be amazed how many things have gluten in it that you don't realize they do. So that's really the only difference with gluten-free is the meatballs, and watch your cheese. So now that we're rolling with a boil, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in the meatballs. Gentle roll. Hey, lost one off the edge, see that? Gentle roll. You know, this takes a minute. All right, so we're gonna roll these all in. And I'm going to put Angelina's in hers, and we'll be right back. Okay, our meatballs are in, and now we're going to put in our Scarola. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Angelina's with some right there. And then the majority, of course, is going into ours. And I'll give her a little more right there. Okay, I'm going to mix this up. We're going to get this rolling. Both of these are not going to take more than about 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, these meatballs and this Scarola, they're going to be ready. And we're going to put the final touches on our Italian wedding soup. We're getting ready for our last step on Italian wedding soup. Now, I add egg. Classic Italian wedding soup. It has an egg. 2 eggs this time. Okay? My father, he doesn't add an egg. Some people add carrots. Some people don't. Like I told you, my grandmother, great-grandmother, Scarola soup, what they had. It's what they had. So there's no right and wrong here, okay? This is the way the classic Italian wedding soup's supposed to be made. What I'm going to do is, this is 8 tablespoons. I'm going to take about half, okay? And I'm going to beat that right into the scrambled egg, all right? And the way this works, what we're going to do is we're going to stir it in through the fork, all right? So, here we go. We're ready, all right? And the first thing you do, all right, is you get your spin the soup around, all right? And you do that, and you pour this in through the fork like that, and then you run the fork through. Okay. Give it another spin. That's almost enough right there. You can see. Look inside there. You know when you see Italian wedding soup and it has that? That's egg. That's what that is. And everyone wonders what that is. So people go, "Oh, it's chicken." It's not chicken. It's an egg. You know something? I think that's good enough. And now I have to get a clean fork and a clean spoon. I'm going to add it to my daughter's. And of course you can't do the cross-contamination. That's why she's got her own spoon, her own fork. And that's enough for hers. Okay. We're going to let those roll just for 2 minutes. And we'll be back. Alright everyone. We're basically ready to roll. I've salted and peppered both of those to taste, and now you have to make a decision. If you're going to eat all of this soup, or the leftovers you're just going to put in the fridge and eat them tomorrow or the next day, I would put your macaroni in now. If you plan on freezing some of that soup, don't put your macaroni in. Serve it up bowl by bowl, because I'm not a fan of freezing macaroni. When it thaws and you put it back on the stove, it's never the same. So, my advice, if you're going to eat it all, put it in there now. If not, do it up bowl by bowl. So I'm gonna plate one up for you and give you the final product. Alright guys, here it is, the final product. Scarola soup with meatballs. Like I said, there's no wrong soup. Don't ever let someone tell you your recipes are wrong, because they're not. This is the way my great-grandmother would have made it, and that's the way I make it. So now, we're gonna see. Wow, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, you know something? Me and this bowl, we're gonna have a little private time. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm always on there. Until then, live, laugh, and cook Italian.